Alright folks, this is going to be my third time trying to do this one video. The first time I got about a 10-minute video up, and for some reason Facebook doesn't seem to want to upload this video. I don't know, maybe they're sensitive to the subject, but here goes for the third time. Alright, I just wanted to share a few things, a few of my thoughts about COVID-19 and what I think. And the question then boils down to mask or no mask. That is the question. All right, so here are my observations. The first observation is that if you look at the nation of Sweden, the Swedes have not mandated anything. They don't mandate masks, they don't mandate lockdowns, they don't mandate social distancing, and at this point, they have probably one of the lowest death rates um, in all of Europe. They've got like 80,000 plus cases, and their death rate is 0.07. And they're not mandating any masks. Whereas on the other hand, you have the CCP, you have China, which has been mandating masks forever. I mean, you can go back and look at pictures that date back decades, and you will see Chinese citizens walking around with masks. They have done that for years. It's really part of their culture. They are the most masked society on the planet, and yet they have outbreaks that are absolutely out of control in the various provinces and in various cities. Things have gotten so bad that Chinese authorities have told their citizens that if they come outdoors, they're going to break their legs. Yeah. All right. And knock out their teeth. So, again, this is the most mass society on the planet, and yet they have more outbreaks than you can shake a stick at. So, the question then becomes how effective are these masks? Well, I watched a couple of videos where people were taking an atomizer and spraying them into the most typical masks that are available today that are made of cloth or paper. 90% of the particulate matter that you need to be concerned with is going to go right through that mask. 90%. So, what's the point? Okay. Now, the N95 mask will hold out 90% of particulate matter. But that's still just 90%. That's still 10% that can possibly get through. So unless you're willing to go into what we used to call in the Army MOP 4, you have no protection. You really don't. So now I'm just kind of speaking for myself. Since March, when all of this really kind of started breaking out, I have probably worn a mask maybe 5 times. Okay, I just don't want to be bothered wearing a mask. Now, here's a question. I just recently got myself tested, and as of 2 weeks ago, I am COVID free. I tested negative, and I've been without a mask, for the most part. So, what's going on here? Well, the only thing that's really going on is that I've just been doing what's reasonable and rational without living in fear. And one of the areas that I find most disturbing is within the household of faith. We still have a lot of people that, as far as I'm concerned, are acting more out of fear than out of any sort of rationale. They're not doing, I don't think that the level of protection that they're giving themselves is reasonable or rational. And here's the bottom line, folks. Um, in order for us to get past all this, we're going to have to build some immunity. And that means you're going to have to allow yourself some level of exposure to whatever jujubes are out there. Now, here's one of the things that I wanted to point out where I have some real problems with the household of faith. You can hear me, even though you can't see me. Now you can see me and hear me, and for that I apologize. But I'm going to read from Psalms 91. Okay, just give me 1 second here. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the hour that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall by your side, 10,000 at your right side, but it will not come near you. You will only observe it with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. Now, I'm sorry, folks, if this sounds a little judgmental, but you folks within the household of faith, there's Psalms 91. That's a promise. There was another promise that God made to the people of Israel when they came out of Egypt. He told them that He would not put the same diseases that He had put on the Egyptians. They would have none of those diseases, as long, of course, as they, stayed in obedience to the Lord. So again, I asked the question: mask or no mask? I'm waiting for the moment that somebody questions why I'm not doing it at some store or something. And my response is going to be a lot of what I just said right now. I don't have anything, at least as of 2 weeks ago, so I can't infect anyone. Oh, well, maybe you should protect yourself. Protect myself from what? From something that has less than a 0.1% fatality rate? Please. All right. So basically, these are just some of my thoughts. If I'm ever questioned, like I said, I can't give anybody anything as of right now, and to borrow a line from a group of people that I don't necessarily agree with, but just to borrow their line, it's my body, it's my choice. And I don't mind building up some antibodies. I think as long as I do some stuff that's reasonable, rational, I take my vitamins, I go to the gym, I get fresh air, I'll soak up a little vitamin D from the sun, do those basic things, I think that I'm going to be okay. And if I'm not, then I'll have found out that Psalms 91 is not true. All right. Well, you guys have a good day. Like I said, everything that I'm saying right now is not gospel for everybody. Everyone's got to go in accordance with their own conscience and the knowledge that is available. So avail yourself to the knowledge that's out there. You want to wear something that's on your face that's going to give you 10% effectiveness? You go for it. All right. Talk to you later. Oh, almost forgot. Pleurisy. You know how you get pleurisy? Well, first of all, let me tell you what pleurisy is. Pleurisy is an inflammation of the lining on your lungs. I believe it's on the outside of your lungs. One of the ways that you can get it is from pneumonia. The other way that you can get it, or another way that you can get it, is by sucking down your own carbon dioxide. Guess how you do that? Right. Now, I get it. There are folks out there that have some underlying conditions, and they have to be careful. I get it. Some of you out there may need to wear masks. And that's fine. But I think for the vast majority of us, dude, don't be putting guilt trips on us just because we decide to move in faith as opposed to fear. All right, well, it's something for everyone to think about. Hope this has been helpful. You all have a good day. Bye.